So I live with a man who I feel like hates me so much. We've been together for 8 years. We're not married, and it's a lot more.
He is living with a man that hates her so much. She said it. She said she's living with a man that hates her so much. And who is this man? This man is a baby daddy. She went as far as telling us the things that he's not doing for her and the things that she's expecting him to do. She said we're supposed to get married. He doesn't want to get married to her. He doesn't help her around the house. Even though he goes to work and come back, his days off, he still sleeps all day. He doesn't even help us do anything in the house and all of that. Let me show you the video. And she also made video saying there's some signs you need to see in a man that shows that this man hates you. So let's watch the video together, then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
I live with a man who I feel like hates me so much. We've been together for 8 years. We're not married, and it's a lot more. But if you watch this video for 10 seconds, you can help me move closer, get out of this house with him. Me and my kids get the fuck out of this house with him. But I'm going to tell y'all the reasons why I think he hates me. Okay, so like I said, we've been together for 8 years. Around the time that it was like 2-3 years, I started talking about marriage. I wouldn't say like, hey, you gonna marry me? But I would be like, oh, this is what I want my wedding to look like. This is how I want my wedding to be. And he didn't talk back about it. I didn't take that as a red flag then because I was young and I was kind of delusional, I guess. It's never changed. We still ain't talked about marriage. I didn't have 2 more babies since then. And I know y'all probably like, damn, 2 more? It was twins, so that's how I ended up having 2 more. But anyways, we still don't go on dates. We still don't do much. We sit in the house on his off days. He sits in the closet and plays his game. He has a TV in the closet. He avoids me. He's on the phone. He's making runs all day. Like I said, basically me and my kids are getting avoided pretty much. He might spend 30 minutes to an hour with the kids a day, but that's about it. On his work days, he sleeps for most of the day, which is understandable. He got to get the fuck up and go to work. But on the off days, I understand you're still tired, but you got to make time for your family, or shit will start to feel like this, like you hate me. Doing things for him, so hard. He hates to do nice things for me. I feel like, honestly, it's because right now I'm not working, so he feels like I don't deserve it because I'm not providing financially for him or towards the bills or for the kids, unless I might come up on a large lump sum of money or something like that, and then I'll go out and I'll get everything that we need all at one time, like me and the kids, some shoes, stuff for the house, shit like that. That's just basically how I do things. He don't help me clean. He don't help me do laundry, and if he does help me clean, it might be like once or twice a month. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's cheating, but I cheated too. But yeah, okay, I'm back because that wasn't it. When I try to talk about things like, our relationship, like this is what's bothering me. This bothers me because we don't do that. That bothers me because, this is not happening. We get into arguments. We get into full-blown arguments. So I live with a man who hates me, and I wanted to give y'all some signs that you can, go off of if you feel like your man don't like you, you feel like your man hates you, you feel like he don't you feel like he not rocking with you like that. These are the signs. Number 1, anytime you try to have a conversation with him about anything that's bothering you, honestly, anytime you try to have a conversation, it's probably going to lead to an argument. Another one, if you got to ask for dates, if you got to ask for flowers, if you have to ask for nice things, and, sometimes men don't take, the initiative. Some men don't, but, you'll correct that, and some men will fix it. If they don't fix it, they don't like you. If he talks to you like, I don't want to say homeboy, but like, if he calling you bro, he don't sister. He just don't. If he don't check in on you emotionally, like if he's not like, how you doing, how you feeling, like, are you okay? When he obviously sees that you're down and stuff like that, and he don't check on you, 9 times out of 10, it's over. So I live with a man who hates me, and this is part 2 of some of the ways that you can identify if your man hates you or not. Okay, so number 1, if you start crying and he don't console you, he don't ask what's wrong, he barely look your way when you crying, he hates you. He hates you. All that, maybe you just don't know how to deal with emotion, blah, blah, blah. He hates you. You get dressed up, you do your hair, you get pretty, he don't compliment you, he barely looks your way. He don't like you. He hates you. They're walking out the door, they walking in the door, they're not saying hi, they're not saying bye, they're not saying I love you no more. They're not saying it no more. They just, they just do it now. They don't you. Anytime a man is counting favors, like I just did this for you, I just did that for you, da da da, he hates you. There's no reason why any man should be bringing up the fact that he pays the bills. There's no way. He hates you. He can hold a long, drawn-out conversation. I'm talking about laughs and chuckles and all of that with everybody but you. Everybody get a conversation but you. Everybody get full sentences but you. Everybody get a piece of him but you. He hates.
For me, I feel like if you want to know if a man hates you, you don't need to be cracking your brain, or I just feel like those tiny little things, those tiny little things shows that he doesn't care about you, shows that he doesn't like you, shows that you are not the woman that he wants. Tiny little thing. You don't need to like start solving mathematics, serious mathematics to know that, oh, does this man like me or not? I can't tell. You will tell. You can tell. You know that there's a way it does some little things. You can tell. And those things are so little that it means nothing, but then it means everything. It says a lot about how somebody care about you, because for you to know if somebody really care about you, those tiny little things that they do for you just to make you happy, just to make you relax, or just to ease your stress. Those tiny little things, they matter a lot. And for you to know someone that doesn't care about you at all, they ignore all those things that makes you feel better. In fact, they want to stress you all day long. You guys, I have free reaction on this video. Let me show you some videos. Then I'll share my thoughts at the end of the video.
I live with a man who hates me, and I want to give y'all some signs that you can, go off of if you're.
Y'all, so to piggyback off what she was saying, it's not funny, y'all. It's funny to me now because, like, I'm over the trauma, but it wasn't funny then. But one of the things she said to know that he don't like you, that he actually hates you, is he don't buy you flowers. And I remember when I was with my ex, it was my 30th birthday, y'all. Yes, 30, 30, big 30. We were still, like, on lockdown because of the pandemic, whatever. And, he didn't have no birthday plans for me, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna fix him. Like, we wasn't even talking, we wasn't vibing in the house, we were just like literally existing. So I had the bright idea to buy myself some Forever Roses. Y'all know the Forever Roses, it lasts like 2 to 4 years or something like that. They never die. Mind you, them roses was $250. I bought them for myself for my birthday, right? But I had the bright idea to buy them for myself, act like I got them from somebody else, and get them delivered to the house. So they arrived like 3 days before my birthday or whatever. Like, this is really crazy. I don't think I never told anybody this. They arrived like 3 days before my actual birthday. I get them in the mail, and I'm acting like so surprised. And I'm like, oh my God, did you buy these for me? Asking him, knowing he did not buy these for me. I know that. He like, no. So I read the card that I made out for myself. Happy 30th birthday, beautiful. I love you. That's what the card said. It didn't have no signature, no. Yo, I was really losing my mind. But it didn't have no name or nothing. So when he said he didn't buy them, I'm acting surprised. Like, oh my God, who bought these? Who bought these? Da, da, da. So he getting pissed because he like, what you mean you don't know? You don't know who bought them. So I'm like, I don't know where they came from then, because if you didn't buy them, like, who bought them? Like, I don't know. Like, nobody told me that they was buying them. Da, da, da. So of course I got him thinking another bought them. Whole time I bought them. But that just like, he hated me, because why wouldn't he take the credit? He didn't even want to take the credit for that. But later on down the line, I told him that I had bought them for myself or whatever. He gonna tell me, oh yeah, because I know you ain't crazy enough to give some nigga my address to where we staying at. Actually, I was, but that's another story for another day.
So I live with a man who hates me, and I want to give y'all some signs that you can, go off of.
I pray that more women get the blessing of discernment, because there is no way I would have even moved in with a who hates me. Bro, you can't even get a second date if I think you hate me. You won't even last a month if I figure you hate me. You won't last a day if I feel you hate me. Like, you won't even get far enough to do anything to me if I think you hate me. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to pick up on the context clues and get on. It ain't that deep to have no man, girl. What? Embarrassing.
Can hold a long, drawn-out conversation
this video is triggering to me. I thought I was going to take a different approach and get the men's point of view, to figure out, to let y'all answer this. I mean, trust me, I know every man is different. Not all men are the same, but I'm pretty sure you guys can recognize a man's actions and just how they're moving and the things that they're doing. A couple things I want to touch on. Let's start with, okay, what I know about a man, right? So I know that a man is, she spoke about marriage. So a man, they said, and from what I've heard, is that a man knows if they want to marry a woman right away. Now y'all men can get in the comments, sound off in the comments. Is this true? Is this fabricated? Is this made up? I don't know. I'm not a man. But from what I've heard, they said that men know right away that if they're going to marry a woman or not, or if a woman has the potential to be their wife or not. Let's just say that. Because it doesn't mean that a man is going to automatically be like, okay, I'm ready to get married. No man is going to be ready to be married right away. But to say that a man sees potential in that woman to be his wife, that's what I would say that can make sense, right? Men, like I said, get in the comments, please. Let me know if is that made up? Is that a myth? Is that facts? Let's talk about it. So we're gonna start there. So as far as the marriage thing, got that out the way. A man would know if he wants to marry or be married, and they'll, from my experience, will already be talking about it, or anything like that. I know y'all don't see a ring on my finger, but I am married. I have been married for going on 11 years. So let's get that out there. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So this is a married woman speaking. That's all I wanted to say that for. Now we're going to go into the actions of a man and the things that she says that he does or doesn't do, or lack thereof. So, I feel as though, and from my experience, is very, I don't want to say normal. It's normal for some men to not be as present in the home. Even though they're there, it's like they're not there. They're not really paying you any attention, the kids any attention. You could chalk it up and say, oh, they're tired from work, and oh, they're this, and oh, they're that. Just, you can give whatever excuses y'all men want to get in these comments and say, whatever excuses y'all women want to get in the comments and say for men. However, the wife doesn't get to do that. The wife doesn't get to ignore the family and, just go off and be off to their self. And we don't get to do that. And I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, oh, this is the women supposed to do this. And hell, fuck no. No. Y'all better get me cussing. Because this is triggering, because I have dealt with the same thing. And it doesn't feel good. I wouldn't say that he hates her. I would say that maybe he's just not present in the relationship. Maybe there's a disconnect somewhere. Maybe I don't want to assume, because it's not my relationship. I don't go off the things that she's saying, right? So there could be a lot of things that's going on in his mind and why he's checked out. But he's definitely sound as though he's checked out. There's no rekindling, romance, none of that going on. Which happens in relationships. It's not even just marriages, or, of course we're not talking about marriages here, but it happens in relationships. The person has to want it. The person has to want to put in effort. The person has to want to, show up and do things and make it better. And when you voice your concerns and your feelings, and if they don't change, and if they don't make it better or try, then yeah, I would say the man doesn't want the woman. Or I wouldn't say he hates her, but I would say that he doesn't want the relationship. He don't want to fight for the relationship. He don't want to work for the relationship. Me, on the other hand, my significant other, he was away on the road. It was a lot different as far as the circumstance of why he would be away or not present, or having to reacclimate himself back to the home as opposed to being on the road and by himself. And I understand that dynamic. I understand that transition. You have to kind of readjust. It's like a culture shock. You're away from your family. You're away from your kids, your wife, you're in the hotel room or wherever you're staying at on the road, and then you come back home and, it's like, okay, you're used to being to yourself. You're used to having to worry about yourself, take care of yourself, feed yourself. You're not used to having to do anything else for anybody for a couple of days on end, weeks on end, months on end, however long it is. So trust me, I understand, because when I'm at work and I'm away from everybody and then I get around my kids, it's like I'm going crazy in my head because there's so much noise that I've been in the quiet office all day. So I can see that, I can understand that, I get that. But I would express my concerns. He would then try to work on it. He would try to do better, and he would always try. He would always try to do better. And it doesn't even have to do with marriage or not. That's in any relationship. If you voice your concerns to your spouse or your partner, they are supposed to try to make it better or do better if they care. If they care and they want to make it work. Sounds like here, this guy, he just don't give a he's disconnected. He is not there, and it's very clear. And I get it. She got to make her money to be able to get out and change her circumstance. And sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to change your circumstance. It's not a specific time or, I need to do this so I can do this. No. If you're unhappy, if you're not getting what it is that you need from this person, do what you have to do. It may involve you doing things that you don't want to do, or going to stay with a family member that you don't want to stay with, or whatever. Do what it is that you have to do, because you shouldn't accept this type of behavior, type of treatment. You deserve better. Life is not to be wasted. Like, you could have been out here with your husband by now. You could have been out here with a man who is going to love you and give you the things that you need and the attention that you need and the affection that you need. You want marriage. You need to find someone that's like-minded that want marriage as well. Maybe he does not want marriage. So it's important to even talk about those things. I'm not saying that you didn't talk about those things, or y'all didn't talk about those things, but it's important to know where a person stands at, and if y'all are equally yoked, and if y'all are on the same page with things, because sometimes you could get in a relationship with somebody, it could be great, it could be all right, it could be all good, and you don't have the same thing. You don't want the same things out of the relationship. And sometimes things can change. You can agree on that, and then later on down the line, the person no longer wants that. It's important to communicate. It's important to make it clear on what it is that you want, what you're looking for out of that person. And if that person can't give it to you, then whoop-de mother, somebody else will. Okay? They will. And just because you have kids, it does not mean that you have to settle. It does not mean that nobody is going to take care of you and your kids, or take on you and your kids. Not that you need that, because, these days women are able to make it and get it on their own. But it's your prerogative. It's how you want things. Some women like to be taken care of. Some women, whatever. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that whatever it is that your prerogative is, there are men out there that's going to accept you for who you are, love you for who you are. And maybe you're not doing something for him. It is not just one-sided. It's not just, the woman. Oh, the woman not getting this, the woman not. Okay, man, maybe the man, let's look at this on the other side, the flip side. Maybe the man is not getting what he wants. It's important for him to vocalize that, though. You can't just sit around and just check out and not be present and, think that someone is supposed to read your mind. It's important to communicate how you feel. And if you don't want it anymore, if you don't want the situation anymore, why keep stringing somebody along? Let the person know, hey, I don't want this anymore. Let them know that you don't want it anymore. Then, or let her know what she needs to be doing to make you feel better, or make you, whatever. Communicate. Communication is key, guys. And it's not only about the woman's side of things, it's the man's side of things. The men are just as important as the woman in any situation. It's not all about the woman. The man has to also feel safe, feel loved, feel all of those things to open up, to do any of that. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm so glad. I'm so proud of myself. I actually went a different route with this. See? God is good. He's working on me. But I definitely understand both sides. But you have to communicate. It's not cool to sit around and ignore and not be there and not be present. You is your family, is your kids as well. You have to provide, have to do things around the household. You have to show up, because we have to, and we don't have a fucking choice. So yeah, and men shouldn't have a choice either. I hate that dynamic. I hate that stigma, and I hate that a lot of men feel as though they don't have to do this and they don't have to do that. Like, I can't stand that. I don't know who came up with that. Men should just be doing just as much as the woman. We can go into the logistics of, if they're providing for the household, they shouldn't have to do this and that. I mean, hey, I worked I also did for the household. I did everything. I brought things to the table as well. So therefore I expected my husband to come home, clean up, help with the kids, because he was not the only one working and paying bills. So was I. So yeah, y'all drop y'all thoughts in the comments, please. Like, share, and give her some advice. You know, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Most of the time, these men do not really like the women that they are dating or the women that they are married to. They are only with you or with us because of what they are benefiting from us at that point, right? Most of them do not really marry the women that they love. When you get a man talk about the woman that he wants to marry, he doesn't talk about I want must love her so much. I must be in. They don't talk about love because that is not what they want, right? They always talk about the things that you can do for them. If you ask a man, why are you marrying this woman? He will tell you she's very caring, she's very this, she's very that. The things that you can actually do for them, and they know like this person will benefit me in the long run. Maybe at a point, if I cannot cook and clean, she's gonna do it. At a point, if I'm sick, I know that she's got my back. Or some of them even marry you because of your financial status, right? Men nowadays are looking at women that has money now. It's okay, this woman has money, let me settle with her because I know that my future is certain. So most of the time, these men actually are with you, or they are dating, or they're having kids with you, not because they want to tie you down forever or they love you so much that they don't want you to go. No, most of the time is what they are giving them, the free labor, the free things they are giving them. That is why they are attracted to you. The other time, there's a woman that was complaining that her husband doesn't talk to her like that, but then he talks to another woman on the phone for hours, but he doesn't talk to her like that. He clearly doesn't like her. He clearly is not interested in having conversation with the wife in the house. He prefer to talk to somebody else outside. So I feel like if you have a baby daddy that you're staying in the same house with you, he doesn't want to get married to you. The man wants to stop pumping babies again. Don't get pregnant for him again. Stop there. That's one thing you need to do for yourself as a woman. If you're staying in the same house with your baby daddy, he's not helping you to do anything, he doesn't want to marry you, and you already have 2 kids with him or 3, whatever amount of children you have for him, just stop there. Don't proceed on having another child. No matter, I don't think, even though you have like a particular gender of a child, I don't feel like you should try again and say, I want to have a boy, I want to have a girl. Maybe that is going to make him want to marry you. No, if he's not marrying you before those children, or even after one, he's not going to marry you. He doesn't want to marry you. And if he eventually marries you, he's not marrying because he really, really wants to marry you. And you're already seeing the things that he's going to do when he get married to you. Once you're married to him, he's not going to do anything in the house. You're going to take all the load and all of that. He doesn't care, even though you're exhausted or not. These are men that see stay-at-home women and they see them as if they're just wasting their time, or it's a privilege for you to stay at home and take care of children while I go out there to work. They don't see the kind of work that you do as a very serious work, or a work that you can be exhausted from, or work that you need help. They see it as you're not doing anything, you're just staying at home. So if you're already living that kind of man that is giving you that mindset already, I don't think it's somebody you should think of getting married to. At first, just know that you should stop pumping babies for him. Stop it. You have to work for yourself. You have to start working and earning little income, something that can take you out of the house, so you can know that, okay, yeah, you're no longer with him. Because if you're staying with a man that you know that he hates you, this man can do anything. These men can unalive, they unalive their wives, they unalive their girlfriend for no reason. A man can just have an argument with his girlfriend and bam, she's gone. Okay, these are the men that you want to stay with. So once you know that this one doesn't like you at all, he hates you so much, you need to learn how to run. You need to start planning your escape route and leave before they unalive you. You guys, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, you got Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.